What's up, fam?
Right.
What's up?
Come on, Sparkle, let's go.
Yes, honey. I see you got the sparkle memo too.
The feather suit. I thought Johnny was going to be doing
See,
this.
so did I. He's like, I got the jokes. Okay, you funny.
I got my jewels on.
Yes,
My
got it, you got
jokes. So let me tell y'all, I thoroughly enjoyed this because I saw it as a way to keep roller skating, the legacy of roller skating alive, because it's been a dying breed. I remember seeing a documentary a few years back called United Skates, and they were talking about how at one point there was thousands of rinks all over the country, and now there's like maybe 10, if it's that many. And so I really love the fact that this is one of those things that's going to help perpetuate keeping the culture alive. Having said that, I was not the roller skater in my family. My brother was. Like, he would do the crazy legs and all that stuff. He was fierce, and he's like 6'5". But I was good at rollerblading, and I was good at ice skating. So that brings me to Johnny.
Yeah, give it to me.
Baby, how did you navigate moving? Because I saw in the series that you said you started out roller skating, and then you transitioned into ice skating.
It wasn't in a real way that I was roller skating. To be
He's like, let me break this down for you.
Let me tell you a story. So I grew up in a tiny town in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, which is where the Amish are. I'm not Amish. I didn't grow up Amish, but it gives you an idea of how rural where I come from is. And I saw figure skating on TV, and I loved it. But we have no ice rink, of course. The first time I ever skated was on a frozen cornfield behind my house. As TV movie as that sounds, it's the absolute truth. But I learned most of my skills by roller skating in my basement, in the driveway, wherever it was, because I would copy the things I saw on TV and then try to roller skate it. So if I had not found roller skating, I never would have become an Olympic figure skater. So that's how important roller skating is to me and how much of import I put into celebrating this community. So even though I'm not in it, I mean, all skating people are cousins.
You're in it now.
Yeah, I'm in it now.
Yeah.
Right.
But you wouldn't believe the amount of figure skaters that want on this show. I'm like, you got to learn to skate on quads. You can't skate on blades. Anyway, the ice people are coming for this TV show because they're expecting 25 seasons. Anyway, so I feel a huge responsibility as a skating person because we are all family across wheels and floors and hockey sticks and whatever.
Yeah.
To do a good job here and to celebrate the talents here.
I love that.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a show cloaked in love. I'll tell you that.
I can see that. You guys have great chemistry together. You all work really well together. I wanted to find out, though, I know what my favorite moments were watching the show. Moments, not teams. Let me clarify.
Yes.
Moments. The moment with the team that was in all red that had the umbrellas. I love that moment.
my gosh,
I love the Jackson 5 moment because they
Funny
actually did the Jackson 5 choreography. So I was wondering if each one of you have a favorite moment that kind of stuck with you after you finished shooting.
There was I can't remember which cruise it was because all of the battles were epic, but when it came down to the head-to-head battles, there were a couple that I just was like, the energy, I had goosebumps on my arms from, they wanted it so bad. I'm getting goosebumps right now. They wanted it so badly, and then to have to stand there and be like, one of them is going to go because they were both so incredible. So that was something that sticks out in my head, were the battles for sure.
Mine is kind of off the beaten path because I'm in the culture still. And one of the things that really, it didn't shock me, but it made me kind of warm on the inside was when someone got hurt. And we announced they got hurt, and all the crews went over and like hugged, patted the back, supported. And I was like, because you're going to 150
That's what
grand.
the culture's about.
150 grand is not,
Yeah.
that's real money. And as you say, life-changing money. But to see everybody go to that person and hug, pat, give not condolences, but pat on the back, encouragement. That was amazing to me.
Yeah.
I remember that moment. That was amazing.
You're butting heads, and all of a sudden you're like, nah, this is for the culture, and they all came together. Yeah. And for the culture, that's what I'm here for, and that was amazing to me.
I always looked forward, and I like every episode there was like this one moment. And maybe you guys remember, but it was so special, and it happened every single time. I would sit there in my seat and wait to see which contestant Terrell would make cry first.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. It was a long setup. There are so many standout moments, and that's the thing about rollerjam is that they all knew what was on the line. They all knew that they were among the best of the best, the creme de la creme of American roller skating. And there were so many moments because they brought it. every single week. The stronger teams sometimes faltered, and then the weaker teams, they stepped up, and then the stronger team came back.
That's competition, though, right?
It is.
That's competition. That's what happens. Without letting y'all go, I have to address the styling situation because y'all were giving me fashion in the roller rink. Did you have individual stylists, or was the stylist of the show was the person that dressed you guys?
Well,
I think Johnny had an individual.
you know what? I had my friend Nola Roller help me out, and she ended up helping out the whole show, and she did such a good job. And we've worked together for a long time. I mean, generally I do myself, but if I don't have time or I'm busy or it's a long show, I call Nola, and she rocked it for the
look
Skaters
fabulous.
Festival. Thank you. I was very big sitting there often. I was like a full gallon of ice cream with like one little cherry for a head. You know, it was just
Hilarious.
big outfits.
I enjoyed it. I felt like I was playing dress up every single day.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a theme and I ran with it.
Don't
They said
threaten us
six
with a dress-up party.
Literally, it was so fun. And I will say that this was one of, in terms of like my career and jobs and things like that, it was one of the most fun things I've ever been a part of, and easiest, to be honest. I mean, it probably was a little bit more challenging having to judge, but I just got to enjoy myself. So I had a blast. I really, really loved it.
You look like you had a blast.
I did.
I had a great time. I also had Nola. Nola came in, and what I appreciate is we had the same person, but we weren't the same person. She found all of the eras, but in what Terrell would be in that era. And she found all the eras in what Johnny would be in that era. And then we got to play with my hair, and so that was fun. I was so sad, though, because for the 80s, I was going to go old school kid and play and do the high top, because I did Afro for the 70s, and I was going to do the high top fade, but we couldn't cut my hair. So I didn't get to do my kid and play for the 80s.
That's all right, but y'all were
Season
serving
23.
looks LUKS, honey, and I was there
you.
for all
Thank
of it.
you.
Thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, truly.
Jordan, and you know I was going to come and support you. Now,
Thank
know
you
I wasn't
for
gonna get no
coming.
email that you were attached